Hi guys, I'm Joelle, and I am from England. I'm a doodle artist, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the NFT space and doing some cool stuff.
My name is Henrik Uldalen.
Hi everyone, my name is Tania Rivilis.
Hi, I'm Laurence.
Joe's been looking at what you guys do, and it's amazing, some amazing stuff.
Yeah, I think the reason why I want to do NFTs and things is because there's, as I said, there's so much diversity and loads of various things that you can do, and obviously I get a lot of my stuff from my head, and I just like to show that so people can view my thoughts and share them, and I think it'll be really cool for me to see them actually come to life as well. So
that's brilliant. In many ways, exactly the same reason why I got pulled into NFTs as well, because well, I've always been painting, but then I have many more things that I want to say, and when I saw the NFT space first, I realized there's so many things that you can do as an artist that are, probably quite far away from, just painting, and still feel like you. It can include videos, music, and animation, collaborating with people like Laurence, doing poetry. There is just no limit to what you can do, and the forms you can explore in, and it's all there.
Just wonder if you have any inspiration, if there is any artist probably in past that inspired you.
Well, I have a lot of artists that I really like, so like Keith Haring and Mr. Doodle as well I like, but I'd say my inspiration just really comes from like what I see in my head, and then sometimes I may do something with inspiration from something I see or another artist.
So we had an interesting experience. We went down to do some filming with Sky, and the cameraman said to Joe, pick something in the room. We're in a film studio, and he said, pick something in the room and make a character from it. And this was like a pure example of the way Joe thinks, because he did the complete opposite to what I would have expected anyone to do. It was full. The room was full of iPads and laptops and cameras and lighting and loads of stuff. And he chose to draw a character from a glass of water.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that was like the purest example of his mind doesn't really think like most.
That's awesome.
He picked the most mundane thing possible and created a character from it, which was cool in the end.
I think we're all really impressed about all the things that you've done this far, and you're so young. How old are you?
Oh, well, I'm 13. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I miss my 13.
He feels old in the game.
Tania wants to go back.
I just imagine if I would know about NFT and all these tools and all these possibilities when I was 13. Oh my God, I think I could be I don't know what kind of level I could reach. So you have so much in front of you. You have so many opportunities. So just take them all, and you will have the best thing ever.
It's interesting to see where this is all going to go, obviously for Joe, but not just for Joe, for just the whole space, really, and where it's going.
I have a question about NFTs and things. How often do you create them, and when you do, how long does it take? Because obviously I'm just used to doing like real life drawings, but like digitally in the NFT space, I don't really know how, when it's finished and things like that.
Sure. I mean, it really depends, I think, what you're making. Like, I think it has to sort of function probably much like it does for you now. Like when you find out that a drawing is finished, it's sort of your intuition, right? And then you have to sort of stick by it, and obviously timing and deadlines come into play as well, right? You have a project and it's a date, so it needs to be finished by that time. So that's when it's finished, I suppose. It's like, oh, gotta drop tomorrow.
It's happening, and that's it.
Go back to work.
Yeah.
how do you engage with your community and your like audience, and like how often?
I think, as often as you can is the best answer, as long as it doesn't, slows you down on the creative process.
And I think, all of us here have been incredibly lucky in our careers, and we're finding ourselves to be leaders of a community. And so I think when we're in the fortunate position to be a leader, you also have to bring people up and help discover talent that is underrated, and shine a light where it's not being shined. And as you go, Joe, and as you become more successful, when this drop sells out and you're one of the top NFT artists, then it's time to think, well, who else is out here too?
It is really important. So this is always at the forefront of our minds as parents as well. There's a lot of children. Well, there's a lot of adults as well, but because we're dealing with obviously our children, there's so many kids that don't have the opportunity that Joe has and our other children have, and that's going to be right at the forefront of our minds as a family, as how we can help creativity as a whole, really, to bring it to everyone as much as we can. We've done some work with Crayon Collection and World Vision and things like that, and this is really important for us to ensure that as many kids as possible have the opportunity to be creative and do art as they can. Yeah. That's really important to us.
And I also would recommend you guys to get on, Twitter, where most of the NFT talks are happening.
Yeah.
You can see a smile on his face, he's excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.